Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Bear with me while I get through some basic information you probably already know, but is still really important. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 9th, is the last day of the quarter. So if you have any work that's been missing that you need to get into me, please make sure you get that into me by 3 p.m. tomorrow. After 3 p.m., I am not going to be accepting any late work. Likewise, if you've already submitted something but didn't send me an email, please send me an email. That way I know to upgrade PowerSchool or update PowerSchool. As far as I know, it is as updated as possible. So if you see something missing, reach out to me. That's pretty much how it's been. But I'm still noticing that some students aren't reaching out to me, and it's questionable whether or not I get to see your work. So check it over, get it into me, and I will be happy to update your grades. Um, as far as grades go, just so that you know the cutoff points, Monday's activity, which was the African geography maps and vocabulary, that will count as the last grade of third quarter. Today's activity on desertification will count as the first grade of fourth quarter. So if you haven't already turned in your activity for Monday, please do. Again, you have till tomorrow at 3 p.m. to do that. Otherwise, it's just going to be that 0. So that's kind of how grades are working. I just want to encourage you, distance learning is difficult. This is not easy for any of us. I much prefer to be in a classroom with you, but right now that's just not an option. So I cannot encourage you enough. If you are having difficulties, if you have any questions, you need to reach out to me by email. I don't know if you have a problem unless you tell me. This isn't a classroom. I can't see you struggle. So please reach out to me. I'm here to help. I respond pretty quickly, especially if it's during the week and at reasonable hours. I'm here to help you. You just have to reach out because otherwise I don't know. Likewise, if an assignment is taking you more than the 45 minutes, you're probably doing it wrong. So I'm just going to ask that if you find it taking you a really long time, again, reach out to me. That way I can help you. I don't want anybody struggling and spending hours upon hours on just social studies or just global. I can help you, but you have to reach out. So hopefully, I think that kind of wraps up grading and needing help. Another reminder that spring break starts Friday. And it runs through all of next week. So today will be the last day you see my face until Monday, April 20th. Sorry about that. Let me just put the cat down here. So you have until, you won't see me again until Monday, April 20th. So make sure that you are staying on top of your work. I highly encourage you with today's activity that you do it today or tomorrow because during spring break, I am not going to be checking my email quite as frequently. Somebody really wants to be on the screen today, but I will not be checking my email as frequently as I do during actual learning distance weeks. Hold on one second, let me pause. Okay, sorry about that. I took care of the cat. So as I was saying, I will not be checking my email quite as frequently. I'll check it a couple times a day during spring break, but I won't be sitting at my computer looking for it. So if you do your activity for today, either today or tomorrow, I will be sitting at my computer and I can help you best and most efficiently. Plus, I'm sure it'd be really nice to have a spring break where you don't have to worry about global studies. So please do it today, do it tomorrow, get it done, submit it. That way you don't have to worry about it. It will not be marked late unless it's past Monday, April 20th at 8 a.m. Okay. All right, so let's talk. Today we are going to be looking at desertification. If you did your last activity, you are probably aware already that desertification is the process of land turning into desert. And it usually happens around the edges of deserts that already exist. This happens throughout Africa, as well as some other locations in the world. We are going to be looking at one location specifically. Let me get a map up. All right, so we're looking at Africa here, and we are going to be looking at the edges of the Sahara Desert. This yellowish, here, let me just move my face a bit. This yellowish area is the Sahara, okay? This is some of the most just under the Sahara Desert is some of the most populous area in all of Africa. Okay. So a lot of people are living here. And you'll notice everything that is green is where agriculture is the dominant feature, the dominant economic structure of Africa. Okay. And that becomes a problem because it is really close to this desert. And as we're saying, it is a problem that desert is expanding, particularly in the Lake Chad area, um, where that actual lake is actually disappearing and turning into more desert. Now, we see already that this is a problem, right? If most of the world's, or not the world's population, but Africa's population is living in this region, if they're relying on the most agriculture in this area, and if that land turns to desert, they can no longer produce food. And as such, they can no longer feed themselves, right? So that causes all other problems, okay? So what you're going to be looking at today is trying to figure out the ability to, how do we solve this, right? How do we prevent the desert from expanding and taking away valuable agricultural lands? Okay, so moving now to your activity, okay? Looking at this, you are going to be first going through some videos which are attached to this post that outline some of the causes and some of the solutions of desertification. Okay, problems caused by desertification. The first thing that you're going to do is create problems that happen as a result of desertification. We've talked about some of them. We know that it's a problem with agriculture. We know that a lot of people live in those areas. So you're going to divide it up. You should have at least 2 bullet points for each of these categories. The first is political. That's dealing with government. It's dealing with laws, okay? Then you have social. That's dealing with education, health, religion, anything that would be a social concern caused by desertification. Then you have economic problems or things dealing with money and trade. Again, agriculture is tied into that, so you probably already have some ideas. Make sure you use those resources that I presented to you. A couple of them are videos, a couple articles. They will help you out. Moving on, your next job, okay? There are 3 solutions that are described for the problem of desertification around Lake Chad and the Sahara region, okay? The first are the Zai. Those are digging trenches, okay? So actually digging a hole along the border of the Sahara Desert. You're going to list a couple positive reasons that this solution would work. What are some of the negative things? Why might it not work? Again, try to do 1 or 2 per each. 2 is better, but in some cases, a couple of these, you might only be able to do 1. Then you have the green wall, which that's actually planting trees around the Sahara Desert. Okay, again, positives, negatives. And then stone contours. Again, it's actually building stone walls around the Sahara Desert. You're going to read those articles, come up with positives and negatives. You may also check and do more research than what I've given you. You should be able to do this assignment completely from the information that I provided you, but if you wanted to reach out, that's fine. Just make sure you're citing your sources if you pull it from other locations. So you've created these notes. Everything up until this point are bullet points, right? They're just notes, okay? Now you're going to actually decide which you think is the best solution and explain to me why. This should be in a well-written paragraph, okay? You're going to pick one of these. You have a list of pros and cons for each one. Pick the one you think is best, and then explain to me why you think it is best, okay? You should start out with a thesis statement, right? Start with the claim. The best option to solve the problem of desertification is, and give me which option you chose. Then support it with evidence. The first reason that this is the best is because, and give your reason. Give me 2 of those, okay? And use the evidence from the above the chart. This chart is meant to help you. Try to keep out, I think, and my opinion is. State it like it's fact. We've done this before. You're just now using it to determine which you think is the best option to solve desertification. This is an opinion. You can't get it wrong unless you don't do it or you don't explain it, okay? One other minor thing with this, some of the problems I've noticed, and this is in all of my classes, but I want to make sure that it is very clear because it's both my seniors as all the way down to my freshmen are getting the same lecture. Um, in this section, be aware this is going through turnitin.com. Okay, all of your work goes through turnitin.com. Yes, the questions are going to pop up as matching. I don't consider that as part of your plagiarism. But there have been a few times in actually just about every single one of my classes where I have had students either copy from another student or they've copied from an online source and not put it in quotes and not actually done the appropriate citing. You have to be aware you are not allowed to copy and paste from sources or from your friends. If I catch you doing that, your grade will be a 0 and I will ask you to redo the assignment. And the grade will remain a 0 unless you redo the assignment. So please just be careful. I don't think anybody would actually do it on purpose or with particular intent. At least I would hope not. But be aware, everything you submit to me gets put through Turnitin. So I'm going to see if you copied it from somewhere or from someone. Okay, and I want to avoid that for all of you. So be aware, all right? So again, you're going to watch the videos, you're going to briefly read those articles, you're going to tell me some of the problems caused by desertification. Then you're going to look at solutions, you're going to give me positives and negatives for each of the solutions, and then you're going to determine which one you think is best. Okay, so I know that's a lot, but I think you'll find it'll go a lot quicker than you think it will because you will have the different videos and readings to help you with this. So again, if it's taking more than 45 minutes, please reach out because chances are you're doing it wrong. Okay, I wish you the best of luck with this. Again, please reach out to me if you need help. I'm here and want to help. And good luck, all right? See you on Monday, April 20th. Bye.